So a lot of you are probably familiar with the word Vira or Virya, if you have studied any kind of yoga philosophy, or if you have practiced yoga asana with teachers who use the language of Sanskrit. Virabhadrasana, right, is probably a very common one, Virasana. So Vira is either translated usually as hero or warrior. And when we are translating it from the sutras, again, so Shraddha being the first quality or virtue that the average yoga practitioner sort of commits to and explores, and then Vira. And so it's like we establish faith, and from faith we come into confidence. So that's kind of like in the philosophy, sort of the easy translation for Vira is confidence. But when we look at it in the context of the practice and how it's used to describe and define these postures that are strong, they're strong postures, they're active postures, they're confident postures. And so we develop faith in ourselves, in our practice, and then we're able to build our confidence, our strength, and be that warrior for our goal, for our path. And so in our culture, we often use the term like activist. And to me, that's sort of like a very similar translation for like the warrior, because in the Bhagavad Gita as well, so yoga is very much about a non-harming practice. So when we talk about the warrior, it's not immediately associated with war. And so in the Bhagavad Gita, which we talked about last week with Shraddha as well, the whole dilemma is that the battle warrior is like conflicted and he doesn't know how to go into battle. And so the deity Krishna talks to him about, you know, sometimes you have to stand up. Sometimes you have to do this work. Sometimes, you know, we have to fight for what we believe in. We have to fight for what's true and what's real, but we do that with discernment. And so the virtues in the Yoga Sutras come up in the Bhagavad Gita, which is essentially this story about knowing when to stand up, right? Knowing when to act. And so the moon is waxing right now. It's in Leo, the first few days of this week. Next week, we have a big full moon eclipse. And so this is a good time to look at the areas in your life that you are confident, the areas in your life where you are a warrior, the areas in your life that your faith has allowed you to move into this other quality, like having a faith in your practice. And sometimes that action of confidence is simply showing up to the mat, knowing that showing up to the mat, you're going to feel better. So again, faith and confidence go hand in hand. Where we have faith, we're able to have that confidence to continue to move forward, to take the next step. If we have faith in our cause, faith in our passion, then we will have the confidence to take action and to speak up and to step out when it is needed. And so as you feel into your body and breath in a mild inversion, so I know most of you have your legs up the wall or the legs up the bed, and that's just a great way to kind of shift the energy flow. Just take a moment to feel into your body and into your breath. Maybe remembering, if you were with us last week, that faith, right? How you felt faith in the practice. And sometimes the second my legs are up the wall, my body like kicks in. It's like, oh, I remember this, right? We're actually going to talk about the memory stuff next week, more specifically, but feeling into the faith in your body, in your practice. And then considering that other quality of confidence, the quality of the warrior or the hero. And it's important to know that that is not like a exclusive thing. So a lot of times, you know, we talk about the hero's journey, or we sort of like put up on a pedestal these ideas of certain warriors or heroes. But in yoga, like each one of us has the capacity to be the warrior and hero in our own lives and our own practice. And that's really important to know, that you have that capacity to access this degree of strength and confidence and warriorship. And that's talked a lot about in Buddhism. In Buddhism, we talk a lot about warriorship and the peaceful warriorship and the way of that. And so each one of us, from our faith, we can develop this confidence to be a warrior. And so maybe feel into your body, feel into where you have faith, what you have faith in today. What are the dynamics of faith that kind of keep you getting up this morning and moving forward? And as we move into this practice, can you connect to confidence, right? And where is confidence in the body? And so a lot of times when we talk about the warrior, right, we have these more fiery, active poses. So we will play with some of them, obviously honoring the gentle level of this class. So go ahead and just take a couple more breaths wherever you are. And just be willing to explore your confidence, explore your strength, your warriorship, and just letting this, be a time that you get to be in that space, especially if maybe right now you haven't been feeling that strong. Some other translations for Vira: energy, strong will, vigor. It is the word for strength comes from Vira, the root of Virasana, Virabhadrasana. Vira is also the root of our English words like virile and virtuous. In yoga, a spiritual warrior's strength is based on commitment and wholehearted effort. Our power arises from that sense of rightness, purpose, and faith. Take a big, big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. As you inhale, breathe in confidence, energy, vigor, warriorship, strength. And as you exhale, release anything else blocking you from this channel of Vira. Inhale again, breathe into your body. Maybe there's a color for confidence. Maybe there's an energy, a sensation. Breathe it in, let it absorb, and then exhale, let out anything that is not that today. So really allowing the practice to support our confidence, our strength, help to sustain our energy and commitment. Take another big, big breath in, and then let it go. What are you a warrior for? How do you play out your own hero's journey from, your practice, your life? Go ahead and start to draw the knees into the chest, or if you're in a different position, you can start to rock or roll or shift in any way that feels good. Give yourself a hug. We're going to begin standing. So take your time, do any kind of movement or shifting or rocking that you need to do. And then when you're ready, we will come to the top or back of the mat, however your space is. Oh, my legs fell asleep there. your space is. So take your time to come up to mountain pose. Feet about hip width distance apart, toes facing forward. Soft knees, roll your shoulders down. So feel into the mountain pose. Feel your feet into the mat. Again, connecting to our faith in the body and the practice. And then as we breathe, we invoke this quality of Vira, the warrior, the strength, the confidence, the energy. Inhale, sweep your arms up, big stretch. Exhale, draw the hands down to the heart. Again, soft knees. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, draw down. One more time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands to heart, pause, just bowing to that warrior within. Each one of us has this virtue, this quality within us. May the practice support in unlocking and sustaining this quality. Inhale, exhale, and then if you'd like, we'll tone the sound of Om to begin. Inhale. Om. reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, right arm down, the right leg, left arm over. Let's just warm up the spine. Inhale, press down through your feet, lift up, exhale to the left. So just follow the breath. Simple standing side bend, push the feet down. So just moving through the practice with confidence. So even if you don't feel confident today, if you were breathing confidently, if you were moving confidently, how would that change your practice? And just notice, does it change the breath? Does it change the way you move? Where are the times that you have felt confident, like a warrior? And that, again, might have nothing to do with military, right? It can very much be just very personal. Good, whatever side you come to next, let's go ahead and hold. You can reach the top arm overhead or hold behind the head. Draw the belly in, open the chest, press down through your feet. Inhale, reach it up, come to the other side, roll the shoulders down, make any adjustments to feel more confident in this shape. Draw the belly in, open your heart. Inhale, reach it up. Soft knees, swan dive forward, bow to the earth. Inhale, halfway, hands to shins or thighs. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up, reach up, big stretch. Hands to heart. And again, Ardha Surya Namaskar. Inhale, reach up. With confidence, dive down, bow towards the legs. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up. Hands to heart. 3 more with your breath, with confidence. Feel the strength in your body, the flow of the breath. Sun salutations. Again, we open to that energy and power of the sun within and above, of course. And you're always welcome to sort of say those Sanskrit words to yourself or the translation. I love Sanskrit language. I always, from the first time I heard it, I love Sanskrit. So Vira, the warrior, the hero, the confidence. When you finish that third one, just again, pause in your mountain pose. Connect to your breath. Big breath in, side out. Soften your knees, keep your knees and your hips pointing forward. Let's do a little bit of standing twists work. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hips stay forward. Bring the right arm behind you, left arm forward, twist. Inhale, back to center, hips stay forward. Exhale, left arm behind you. And again, just follow your breath here. So you will turn a little bit, obviously, but the more we can keep our hips and our knees and our toes forward, the more we know we're isolating the upper spine. And we're starting to feel a little bit of the core, a little bit of that waistline. Draw the belly in. Breathe. Moving with confidence, with energy, with vigor, with will. And then again, whatever sign you come to next, go ahead and hold. Draw the belly in, keep pressing your hips forward as you twist from the upper spine, maybe looking towards those back fingers. And then inhale, bring it up. Exhale, twist to the other side. Try to draw those hips forward, belly in, shoulders down, long spine. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, forward fold. Take a couple of breaths here. Bend the knees, rock the hips. Press into the feet, shake out your head. Couple slow breaths. Just opening up the back of the legs. You can always put your hands on blocks or fold over the chair or bed. And then this time, soften your knees, roll yourself up. Shrug the shoulders at the top, one way and the other. Give yourself a little shake. All right, we're going to take the feet about, so come to the top or the middle of the mat. Take the feet about shoulder distance apart. Keep your right foot where it is. Step the left foot back just about 3 feet. Square your hips forward. So you can put a little softness in that back knee to square the hips. The right knee is at the right ankle. So this is our warrior one stance. So Virabhadrasana A, warrior number one. Square your hips, shrug the shoulders. So warrior one has a heart opener as well as that strong legs. And then you can reach your arms up or have your hands to your heart. So square the hips, bend into that front knee. Powerful back leg, belly in, and breathe. And you can again reach the arms up or bring them down, but we're just holding here for a few breaths, establishing our strength, establishing our confidence. Soften the jaw, take a big inhale. Exhale here, and then as you take another breath in, start to shift your torso a little bit forward, turn the left toes out. We're opening up for warrior two. So you may have to slightly adjust the back foot so that you have heel to arch alignment. Right knee is still bent, the knee is at the ankle, but now the left toes are turning slightly in and then towards the left a little bit, or no, the front, I guess I would say. Square your hips, shoulders over hips, bend the front knee, hands can stay at hips, or reach your arms up looking towards the right hand. So the warrior poses have drishtis, gazing point. You can always relax the hands, they can come to the heart. Breathe here, warrior two, Virabhadrasana B. Strong legs, strong core. Confidence. Take a big breath in. Exhale, release your hands to your hips. Bend the front knee, step the back foot up, give it a little shake. Always use support. And we'll do that on the other side, and then we're gonna put a couple things together. So nice wide stance, left foot stays forward, right foot steps back. Square your hips, little softness in the back knee, bend the front knee, knee over the ankle, square your hips, belly in, heart opening. So the drishti is just straight forward here, or reach your arms up, Virabhadrasana A, side two. Belly in, spine long. What are you a warrior for? Where are you building your confidence? Draw that into the body, into the breath, into the practice. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Start to open up that back leg, slightly adjusting as you need to. Warrior two. Left knee over left ankle. Reach your arms out, shoulders over hips. Gaze is towards the left fingers. Back knee can still be a little bit soft. We're pressing through that back heel. Virabhadrasana B. Take a deep breath. Inhale, exhale, hands to hips, step it forward, give it a little shake. Good. Again, feet a little bit wider than the hips, about shoulder distance. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, right arm down the right leg. Inhale up. Exhale, left arm down. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold, soft knees. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, right hand behind you, twist, hips stay forward. Inhale up. Exhale, left arm behind you, twist. Inhale up. Exhale, step that right leg back into warrior one. So square everything off into warrior one. Arms up or down. Take a big breath in here. Exhale, straighten the front leg, sweep your arms through. Bend the front knee, inhale back, warrior one. 2 more times. Exhale, squeeze the leg straight, reach back. Inhale, scoop it up for that warrior. Last time, sweep it back. And then scoop it up. Take a big breath. Exhale, open up warrior two. Take a moment to adjust the legs, squeeze the legs, reach through your arms. Big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. One more. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend, hold. Inhale. Exhale, release the hands. Step the back foot up. Shake it out. Good. Second side. Feet wider than hips. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, left arm down, right arm up and overhead. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, go ahead and step that left foot back into your warrior one. Square the hips, open the chest. You can stay here or inhale with that bent knee. Exhale, straighten the legs, sweep it back. Inhale, circle it up. Exhale, back. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. Last time, inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale into that warrior one. Hold. Exhale, open up warrior two. Adjust the legs. Shoulders over hips. Reach it out. Take a big breath in. Exhale. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Exhale, bend. Keep everything else strong. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. One more time. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale. Exhale, step it up. Shake it out. Good. How are those legs doing? Give the legs a nice little shake. Pause for a moment. Feet about hip width distance apart. Take your hands to your hips. Feel the weight in the left leg. Point your right toes and place them behind you, toes on the floor. So this is phase one of warrior three. The right toes are on the floor, your hips, hands are on your hips, everything is square. You can stay just like this. Or press into the left leg, start to hinge forward and let the right toes lift. Keep the toes facing down. It's okay if they just lift a couple inches, but we don't want to come higher than hip height. So if you can hinge forward to hip height, that's fine, but don't try to go any more than that. Hands stay to hips or come behind you. Breathe wherever you are. This is warrior three, Virabhadrasana C. Take a big inhale. Exhale, slowly bring it up. Whew, shake it out. Second side of that. So the right leg is really strong. Point the left toes, bring them just behind you. So this is a balance pose. Heart stays lifted. So confidence, vigor, right? Stay just like this or start to lift the left leg back. Maybe reaching the arms back behind you. Keep the gaze in front of you, just a few inches out in front. It's okay to fall. We're building confidence, and we build that through practice. Take another inhale. Exhale, release. Give it a good shake. So still in the middle of the mat. Feet hip width distance apart. Soften the knees. Actually, no, take them a little wider again, sorry. We're gonna do that all one more time, okay? Inhale up. Exhale, side bend, right. Inhale up. Side bend left. Inhale up. Forward fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Twist right, exhale. Inhale up, twist left, exhale. Inhale up. Exhale, step the right foot back into warrior one. Squeeze the legs, open the chest. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, straighten the front leg, sweep it through. Inhale, scoop it up, warrior one. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, scoop, last time. Exhale. Inhale, warrior one, pause. Take a breath. Slowly, with confidence, with control, open up warrior two. Shrug the shoulders, squeeze the legs. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, bend, everything else strong. Inhale, straight. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straight. Exhale, bend. Take a breath. Exhale, hands to your hips. Start to pivot forward, slide the right toe in. So left foot is down, we've got the right toes pointed behind us. Stay here or start to lift the right leg up and back for warrior three. Just take another breath wherever you are. Big inhale. Exhale, release, bring it up. Shake it out. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, left arm down. Inhale up. Exhale, right arm down. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale all the way up. Twist left. Inhale up. Twist right. Inhale up. Exhale, go ahead and step where were we? Oh my gosh, my brain is not working today. Step the right foot back. No, left foot back. Yes, left foot, thank you. Left foot back. Reach up the arms into your war, but obviously if you're on the other side, just make sure you're doing both, okay? Even yoga teachers lose their confidence there. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Hold that warrior one. Big breath. Exhale. Open it up for warrior two. Shoulders down. Bend that front knee. Everything strong. Inhale. Straighten the right leg. Exhale. Bend. Inhale. Straight. Exhale. Bend. One more. Inhale. Straight. Exhale. Bend. Take a big breath. Exhale. Now again, slowly as you start to turn forward, point the back toes, step in, hands to hips. And then you can stay upright or start to shift and lift that back leg. Maybe just an inch or two, maybe it comes up a lot, reach back through your arms or keep them at your hips. Take one more breath. And exhale, release. Oh my goodness, enough of that. Shake it out. And just notice how the body's feeling, hopefully warmed up, some energy and vigor moving through the body. Shake it out. We can go through all those warrior poses. So let yourself just slow down for a moment. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, step yourself back to down dog or child's pose. Take a few breaths. Just grounding here. Now, if you're in child's pose, you can just stay there. If you're in down dog, we're going to shift forward to plank, and then I want to recommend lowering your knees, so modified plank. Hands are under the shoulders, belly's in, gaze is soft, just feeling into the core. Softening the jaw. At any point, you can go back to down dog or child's pose. And of course, if you couldn't hold a traditional plank, then feel free. Take another big inhale. Exhale, child's pose. Do that one more time so you can just stay in down dog or child's pose or even just do some cat-cow. Otherwise, we're coming into plank, either modified or traditional, belly in. So if you're on your knees, you just draw your hips forward so we have that long line and you'll feel the belly engage. You'll feel the whole body engage. Soften the jaw, soften the face. Feel that strength. Spread your fingers. Take a big inhale. Exhale, press it back, child's pose. Or down dog. And then come back up to all fours if you haven't already, and just feel through to some spinal movement. Cat cow or hip circles. So just come back to your breath, back to your body after that more vigorous, right? So talked about like virile, virtuous, right? So we don't even realize how much of our language is impacted by Sanskrit. I'm just feeling into the body, coming back to your breath, your confidence. And then come to neutral. So there's one other pose we're going to talk about, which is Virasana. Now, Virasana is a little bit more challenging to me than the Virabhadrasanas because of the weight bearing. So if you have knee issues, you can just like sit down and do some spinal movement, or you can do whatever feels good. But otherwise, I definitely want you to place a blanket down. And then we're going to be on the knees, and the knees are either together or hip width distance apart. And then, so Virasana is where we sit between the heels, and it's essentially, it's a quad stretch, but it's a back bend. It's a heart opener, but we're not going to go that far. So the feet are a little bit wider than the hips, toes are down. And then for some people, they can sit between the heels. I don't pretty much ever do that. I always take blocks or bolsters or pillows, place that between my heels, and then sit down there. And I'll turn in a minute. So we're going to just, do a little bit of opening here, but just to get all of our Vira poses in. So knees together or slightly apart, sitting back. And you can always sit on your heels. That's Vajrasana, but it is a variation of Virasana. And you can definitely stack up as many pillows as you want. Sit bones down, spine long, tops of the feet down. And if you are really open in your quads and your knees are comfortable, you can always just sit on a blanket. So in the traditional Virasana, and I have my bolster and stuff here behind me, you place the hands behind you and you open the chest. So if you're like me and you have some props and some space, you can sit back on a block or anything and then put some pillows behind you and then open your chest here. And then in traditional Virasana, sometimes people will walk all the way back to the forearms or having the head down, and then they get a much deeper quad stretch and heart opener. But again, we want to be gentle, mindful. So if you're seated, you can just be having the hands behind you there and just focusing on the heart. Strong legs. So pushing the tops of the feet down, the knees are still pointing forward, jaw soft. Sometimes even in restorative practices, they'll do a reclining Virasana where you lay back over the bolsters and pillows like we do in reclining bound angle. But again, for most people, the knees in our culture do not really tolerate that. Just 3 more breaths wherever you are. Hero's pose. And then walk up from the back bend, the heart opener. And again, if you're seated or on your bottom, just continue to follow along. If you can stay in Virasana, we're going to shift the weight to the left and just bend the right knee and place the right foot down. Again, if that's not available, then you can just have that left leg straight out. But the right knee is bent. And then just take the left hand to the right knee and then take that right hand behind you, maybe still on your pillow, and just twisting through your Virasana. So there's a lot of variations in yoga that people will do with one leg in hero's pose. Again, we're not going to do a bunch of them today because they're a lot. But just adding this twist from whatever position you can comfortably do it. Again, you have to build the confidence in your body. And if you are confident your knees do not like this, then we definitely don't want to upset them. Take another breath. Exhale. And then if you can, go ahead and extend that right leg out. So the left leg is still in Virasana, or however you're sitting. You can also just bend the knee. And then the hands beside you, you can stay just like this, or you can start to fold towards the right leg. Now make sure your hips are down as you pull the right toes in. If this is too much on the left leg, just extend the left leg out or bend the left leg like bound angle. This usually it's interesting how when the left leg is back in this position, how we get this deeper stretch through the right side. You really do. This pose is also called like Triang Mukha Pada Paschimottanasana, but it's technically just half hero's pose. Inhale. Exhale, bring it up. If you're still in Virasana, can you very mindfully bring the right leg back? If you can't do that, then just take that right leg into bound angle, okay? Pause for a moment. Again, open the chest. You can walk the hands behind you. If you're sitting in any way, just make sure your seat is comfortable. Take a big breath. Exhale it out. Again, if you can mindfully bend that left knee. Again, if not, please take care of yourself, okay? Again, that idea of like, people say like, don't be a hero, right? Like pushing through something we don't need to push through. That's important here. Left hand behind, gentle twist. And you can use your props for support. My brain's been a little foggy because they're digging up, my apartment, they're digging up like right out here. And so I'm hearing this stuff all morning. I'm like, oh. Inhale, exhale, unwind. So hopefully following along okay. Left leg out. And again, you can do this from half bound angle or wherever else you can comfortably start to lift up and fold towards the left leg. But if you are in that half Virasana, I wonder if you're noticing, right? Like how much deeper that stretch is in the left leg. So interesting with the body. And just feeling the difference between the warrior's pose and the hero's pose, right? The hero's pose is connected to that heart opener and flexibility. The warrior is connected to strength and balance, right? So all these different ways that this energy manifests, right? So the difference between virile and virtuous, right? Like a lot of people wouldn't associate those words, and yet they have that same root. And then go ahead and bring it up. We are coming out of our Virasana, so mindfully come back onto your seat, extend both legs. If you made it through that part of the sequence, just give your knees some love. Give them a little rock, shake out the ankles, just be very gentle. And then bend your knees, squeeze the knees together. Hands behind your hamstrings, lift the chest, lean back for both. And you can stay right here or reach your arms up or lift one or both legs. So squeeze the legs, lift the chest, nice counter pose after doing that kind of bendy heart opening. Feeling that confidence, vigor, will. Inhale, exhale, bring it down, pause. We'll do one more of those. So again, you can keep your feet down and hands behind the hamstrings. Maybe lift the arms, lift the opposite leg or both legs. Soft gaze, open heart, pull the belly in. Another inhale. And then exhale, release, bring it down, soles of the feet together. Rock up on the sits bones. Give yourself a little shift, a little cat-cow. Just releasing all of our heroes poses, all of our warriors poses. And when you're ready, fold in. And it's just an exploration. So, you know, when there are literal poses named after specific qualities, it's just interesting to play with them. To play with our confidence, to play with, you know, and confidence in what? In the faith in our body. So again, if you get into a pose that isn't safe for you, it's like you want to have that confidence to stop and to modify, right? That's the idea too with a warrior, right? With like a warrior or a hero, it's like we want to still be mindful. We don't want to just like go into battle not knowing why. We want to really have that confidence and virtue and all of that, the vigor and virtue to you know, step into the action if needed. Take a couple more breaths here, just letting go. Honoring yourself for showing up to build the confidence, whether it's in the confidence in the body's strength or, the confidence in the body needing more space, more rest. And as I said, for me too, it's like teaching. It's like, oh, you always want to have this degree of confidence, but sometimes I get a little mixed up. And it's that reality of we just keep going. We check in, we breathe. We remember our faith, and that builds our confidence. One more breath. Let it go. Roll it on up. Extend the legs. Give the legs a little shake. And we're going to come down onto the back. So if you need to move anything out of the way, so you can do that, go ahead and do that. And then make your way onto your back. Notice how you're feeling. Hug the knees in, give yourself a little rock, a little shift. Good. And place the feet down about hip width distance, coming into bridge. Arms by your sides, press down through your feet, slowly lift your hips. Also nice for the knees if you did any of that hero work. Hug the legs towards each other, chin away from the chest. And feel your heart, feel your core, feel the body. Vira is strength, power, energy, and courage. All are needed to initiate and maintain yoga sadhana unto its fruition. Inhale. Exhale, roll it on down. Hug the right knee into the chest. Give it a nice little hug. Then you can extend the right leg up, stretching out the hamstring calf, and again, releasing the low back. The low back's feeling any kind of tenderness. And also roll out your ankle or point and flex the foot. And now you can stay here. You can also bend the knee again for this, but we're going to open the right leg to the right. So if you have a strap or t-shirt nearby, sometimes it's nice to just place that around the foot and then open it up. You can also kind of hold on to your pants or just bend the right knee and then open that right knee out to the right, but just getting into the hips a little bit. Try to keep your shoulders and your tailbone down. As you open the leg out to the right, soften the jaw, soften the face. Big breath in, sigh it out. And then carefully bring the leg back through center. Another big breath. And then bend the right knee. And we're going to take the right leg across the body for the twist. So you can extend the left leg if the knee's bent. Move your hips a little bit right. And then with your left hand, hold the right knee and pull up and across the body. Maybe opening that right arm to the right. And just roll the shoulders down as you twist, or just whatever twist works for you, twisting over to the right. Inhale and exhale. Slowly bring it back. Give that right knee a hug. And then we'll switch sides. So you can place the right foot on the mat or extend it out, and we'll draw the left knee in. So we start with the left knee to chest. And then if you'd like, you can extend the left leg up. Pointing, flexing, breathing. Take another big breath in. Exhale. And then we're going to open the left leg to the left. So whatever that looks like for you, if you want to bend the knee and open it out to the left, if you want to put a strap or a strap, I cannot talk today, a strap or a t-shirt around the foot, and then open the leg out to the left. Just getting into the hips. Roll the shoulders down, lengthen your tailbone. And so confidence is important. And oftentimes too, confidence is mistaken for like arrogance. But in yoga, it's coming from that place of faith, right? And it is connected to virtue, to that virtuousness. And so from that deep faith that we develop within ourselves, we build confidence in our actions, in our practice, in our passions. And so again, it's not like we're going off to battle, not having a deep sort of connection and commitment to what we're moving towards. Everything in yoga is very intentional, and it's very much about discernment. And so that's why we explore these things from this, the safety of our mat or wherever we're practicing with, whatever that space is. Because again, if we can't build that confidence here, then how do we, build it off in other places? And so the more faith and confidence we have in our body, in our practice, in our teaching, teachers, lineage, the more that we are continuing to learn and discern, the more that we sustain this yogic experience, this samadhi experience, whether for a moment or the day. One more big breath. Exhale it out. Bring the leg back up to center. And then you can go ahead and hug it in, and we'll come into the twist. So you can either draw that left knee across the body, or if you prefer to take another kind of twist, please do. And so I don't, obviously most of you know that in the gentle practice, I don't do a ton of warrior work or, virasana work, because it's not always appropriate. But sometimes it's good to explore. And when we're looking at this virtue or quality, it is important to explore, because in the practice of yoga, these are the postures that are associated with this quality. But that again means that we get to define that experience for ourselves, right? What makes you feel like a hero? What makes you feel like a warrior? What brings up your confidence? And where have you developed confidence in yourself? If even that confidence isn't saying, no, this pose isn't right for me, this pose doesn't make me feel like a warrior or a hero. This pose is painful. This pose is uncomfortable. It's, you know, it's not necessary at this point in my yogic journey. And that's been a big source of eventually empowerment in my own journey, because I've been practicing yoga since I was 19 and I'm not 19 anymore. And so sometimes the poses and practices that I used to have the most confidence in, I've had to change that relationship to one of like feeling confident in the evolution of my practice. That is no longer, you know, what is appropriate. And so we still though want to build confidence in ourselves, our bodies, our practice, our goals, whatever that looks like. One more big breath. Sigh it out. Bring it back to center. Give yourself a hug with all the confidence you have. Honor yourself for practicing. And then we'll settle into Shavasana. So extending the body onto the earth with any support you'd like, or a side lying position, or any sort of supported position. Resting into this awareness of Vira. You get both spellings with this, Vira and Virya. Resting into the confidence that is yours today. And it may be different than it was yesterday or tomorrow. But today, this is your relationship to this quality, to this practice. And let yourself rest in that. Let yourself build confidence in the same way that we continue to build faith in yourself, in your practice, letting everything else go. Breathe into your body with confidence, energy, letting that warrior archetype animate through each breath. As you're ready, start to bring the movement back in with your breathing. Take all the time you need to eventually come back to your seat. You can place your hands to your heart or any way that feels good, bowing to the practice of Vira, however it has supported you today. And I honor each of you for your warriorship, for your confidence, for your effort, your vigor. And we'll close with the final sound of Om. Take a deep breath in. I bow to you. Thank you for practicing today. Namaste.